Are we going? Are we going? Are we going? Are we going? Hey, everybody. Monte here, playing some Ostrivs for Monte Plays Games. And we have some more things going on this year. It's January of 1725, so that means it is year 5. We have 3 new houses on the build. Yes, 3 of them, because I want to get some more folks here. We have, that's right, dried fish actually is being dried out. The batches are being set up. Ignore the can't fish in winter, because that's just a bug from behind the images of this. But yeah, as soon as winter hit, I left a worker in the fishing dock, and he started bringing the salt over. So that was a good sign. We're now currently out of salt. We just had a trade go down of sunflower oil. So they took 5 sunflower oil, and they took it on out of here. Actually, I think this could be the cart bringing this, coming to pick up the sunflower oil right now. But all we could trade, it was a trade that came to us, was sunflowers, sunflower oil, and dried fish. Dried fish were just now moving over there, so I didn't do a dried fish deal. I just said, I'll trade you 5 sunflower oil. So I'm not worried about that. Not huge money. Last year, we made 160 on exports. That was all potatoes, and I think just potatoes, which I thought was pretty impressive. But glad to have you guys back along. Before we head further in, let's check out our farming situation. I currently have, this one was hemp, it's now fallow. This one was fallow, it's now potatoes. This one is now hemp. More potatoes in that new field that was fallow. This one is going to go fallow, it was the wheat. And then this one is going to be the wheat out here, which I'm going to demolish. I'm going to rebuild the farm, and we're going to only make it 20 big for now. And we're going to activate it. Good, good, good. Is everything active? Everything's active. That's this farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 fields should be good to go. This farm over here, almost forgot to set that one to active. That's why I'm glad we're coming through and checking everything. We're going to go with potatoes. We're going to go fallow. I thought about hemp, but we're just going to go fallow and bring it back. And then we're going to doing sunflowers in this new field up here. A little bit of a walk from gate to gate. I'm hoping to get these trees cut down. I need one more person hired here. We're even paying a little bit extra, so I'm surprised that's not full. But that's how things are. Things are just moving right along. We have textiles being made. Those textiles are being turned into clothes, and then those clothes are going to be sold at this little market, which I'm going to hire a worker, because I'm surprised it's actually wanting to bring clothes over here at 0.1. So maybe 0.1 is like a t-shirt, whatever, the full outfit, a onesie. I don't know. Could be whatever you think it is. But yeah, maybe that's on the way. That's pretty good news. And I cannot believe it. We have another messenger. I'm going to throw down a save, though. Saves are my friend. All right. Messenger from Bellagio. No, Balaklia. They demand potatoes, and they sell flour, cows, and iron. We are almost set up for cows. That would be nice, but we don't have everything set up yet for that. So I'm going to go ahead and buy some iron just because we can. And I'm also going to sell potato to cover that cost. So I'm going to sell 10 potatoes. Deal. Importing 5 iron, exporting 10 potatoes. We already have the potatoes. And iron's going to help. Iron's good for the nails, which we have 1,000 production limit. We've got 688 here. We have 400 here, which I'm going to bump up to 1,000. Might as well have double trouble on the nails. Give them something to do here. We'll go with 800. Double it. And then the iron, we still already have 5, but might as well bring it in while they're offering it. So, happy with that. Pretty dang happy with that. Now, I'm wondering, though, we could probably push another worker here. I don't know if that would maybe speed up the process of drying out the fish, but good to see that that's working. I didn't do that over here, and we don't have any extra salt anyway. Salt would have been much better on that trade. I can see the 2 carts in the distance. One is going to be for that iron, and then the potato cart. I'm liking it. Double speed. So yeah, that's kind of the recap of what we have going on in year 5, right? So everything's is finally in a successful kind of pattern here. So what I do want to do is we're working on our chicken coop. I want to work on our cow shed, which I'm thinking about building it over here. Or should we just totally change things up and keep it all over here? Yep, that's what we're going to do. Chicken coop there. Cow shed next to it, which you don't put the cow shed in the farm, but we're going to have cows in the fields. So it's quite interesting how it works, I think. Again, I don't know. I've never messed with that. Never messed with that. Wood, nail, work, clay, thatch. Cool. We did just, speaking of that, though, which I'm always concerned at months change, because I do have love in the game, but I do have a good deal of crashing, usually once a year almost. Anyway, chicken coop, hatchling limit. Didn't know that's a thing. So we want some hatchlings, right? 0 is kind of rough. Relocate. Let's read. When you buy live chickens from neighboring towns, it will be assigned to a chicken coop with more space. Make sure it is staffed and has stock of wheat and water before the trade arrives. So we want to hire someone, make sure everything's all stocked up before we bring some chickens in. Wheat. All right. Wheat. Interesting. So it wants direct wheat. It doesn't want flour. Hummy hum. I'm wondering who do we say no flour? We don't work the windmill for now and kind of stock up on some wheat, because we're gonna need wheat. Also, I'm thinking I'm gonna put another granary over here now. And we can put the granary filled with goods that's going to go to the trading post, and maybe goods that's for chicken coop and stuff. So, like a granary here. We'll even turn it so it's kind of facing this like road that's being made here. Like so. I dig it. I dig it. And we're going to bump the cow shed and the granary up above those village houses as far as priority. And then what else are we going to do? We need a slaughterhouse. Produces meat and hides from animals. We're going to flip this guy around this way. We're going to have it so it faces away. We don't want the chickens and cows to have to look at the slaughterhouse. Doesn't really matter, but it's for funsies. All right, and then we're going to need a tannery, which is producing the leather from hides, requires bark, lime, salt, and water. We're going to need some lime. And I'm going to back this guy up right on the granary. And this is also going to be required to get the probably leather for the shoes. Lots of stuff on the build. So I'm going to get to building. I'm going to let this play out a little bit, and then I'm going to bring you back later in year 5 and see how we're doing. Did you get everything you needed? You get all your potatoes? Yeah, look, he got his potatoes. We're up to 829 on the money. That's almost higher than when we started the game. We exported 170 worth of goods this year already. So things are going pretty fantastic for year 5, but I'll catch you later in the year. Hold on tight. Alrighty, we are back, and it is time for a mid-year update, and we have some cart drama because these oxen are not happy about hearing about the cowshed, and they really want to get through that. You can see it bumping and going a little crazy there, but yeah, that's right. We've got some more trades going on. What we have is someone's back, the town from the northeast. And they want both sunflowers and dried fish again. So I'm going to sell them 10 sunflower oil and 5 dried fish. So that should bump up our cash. It's July. Things are moving right along. As you can see, we've got a beautiful field of sunflowers. We've got wheat on the way. Potatoes, nothing. More wheat. Potatoes, hemp, nothing. So things are moving along. The cow shed's up. I built a secondary clay pit down in the pit. Remember, I'm trying to keep a... you can put those clay pits anywhere. I could put it right next to where I need it. But you can't demolish them. Keep that in mind. So I'm trying to kind of put them out of the way in this little low elevation area. Dry riverbed is what I'm calling it. Anyway, we're moving right along. More houses on the way. But I wanted to bring you guys in for a mid-year update, as we do have the oil and such being traded out, which is pretty nice to see. That's going to be big money. Look at that. We are almost over 1,000 now. This year has been the year of exporting. Oh my. It's pretty good stuff. I'm pretty sure. I don't actually. I'm totally unsure now. Did I lose a bunch of iron there? Maybe that's the 5 iron from the trade, but I remember we bought that 5 iron, and then I totally didn't pay attention if I screwed up. And while they were selling a bunch of stuff, maybe they didn't drop off the iron. Ooh, I don't know. Anyway, no big deal. Like I said, it wasn't a huge... Oh, no! Okay. Crashy McCrasherson. Yeah, crashed in the middle of my... thing there. Again, yes, you guys have seen me talk about the crashing. See, here comes the... That's. I'm glad I had an autosave right there when these carts were coming in. So that's just the nature of it. When I tend to reload, I don't hit the same crash. Like, I just let it play and I get a few months in. So I don't know if it's a memory problem or what. I'm definitely going to make sure to upload the save, and the series is here. So hopefully I can help in any way by reporting what's happening. If I need to send in some dump files or things like that to the developer, definitely going to do what I can do as part of an early access game to help improve it. But again, like I said, I even posted yesterday on my @Monte Games, which I haven't talked about. I have a new Twitter account and everything. @Monte Games, if you follow it, I would really appreciate it. I retweeted about the Ostriv dev talking about some of the new winter shaders and clouds. And not yesterday, like 4 or 5 days ago, they were talking about this weird little arrow pointer that's now in the middle of the screen. There's a cool new arrow icon, like little things like that. So I know there's some work on it. Hopefully the crashing doesn't continue, because it is what it is. Luckily, I'm recording the desktop, so when the game dies, I can stop the recording and I don't lose the recording. Fantastic. If I was losing the recording, that's what kept me from recording this before, but just recording the desktop. We are all good. Anyway, way more than you guys would like to know, but we're watching Ostriv here, and glad we're getting it going. Loving the good solid path here to the forestry center. We do have another worker going. They are finally upping their game and cutting down a bunch of logs. I love it. One thing I did, though, in between was I found 2 trees that I didn't like, and I said remove them. It's the actual foresters that come into town, cut the tree down, and then haul the tree all the way back to the logging. I love those details in this game. Did a few more details. We're going to have some beautiful, what are those, cottonwoods going all the way down? Cottonwood trees, yep. Right down the middle of Main Street. Added some little bits and bobs and archways to kind of pretty up the town. Really enjoying how it's looking. And on that note, escape, save. All the time. I'm saving like all the time now, every month. I turned off forced gathering. So that's how you can see the workers are picking everything. And then they're going to come back and gather things later, which I like. Now, you guys were wondering about the hiring. If I do hire people, it does seem like they go work the farms. So that's a thing. I'm also worried about... No, I'm not worried about thatch. I'm not too worried about this either. And I'm not too worried about... Oh, this fishing dock is just so far away. And then look at that. I'm going to slow it down because we have another messenger. They want more... They love my sunflower oil. No lies about that. How much do I have left? I only have one left. Dried fish, I only have 3. We've sold everything out. I'm not even going to sell to him this time. Let's leave trading alone for a season. And then what I'm not sure about is like the benefits to our people. Like, this is allowing me to sell sunflower oil. And I don't know, if we sell sunflower oil, maybe it's just we make money off of it. I don't know if the sunflower oil provides a benefit. If you guys know, let me know. I haven't dug into the forums deep enough to discover such things. Anyway, I'm glad that we have more hemp because we were low on hemp. So we're going to bundle that up and get these folks... Actually, I'm not going to hire that person yet. We're going to get that bundled up and over to our textile maker. Middle of September. But see, as you can see, since I hired people here, look at that. They're working the farms. So, Mr. RRRR, I was under the same impression that you were, that the hired workers, because it tells you that. If you look at help, it tells you that the workers are for working like the cow farms or whatnot. So I think we're going to have to work cows in the field. Luckily, I think we're going to be able to work chickens in the chicken coop. Can I add to this? No, I can't. Not unless we have them. Interesting all around, right? Just interesting things happening. Everything's pretty happy over here. I'm gonna go ahead and just... So what I noticed last year was when December hit, the crops died, but what was gathered and left in barrels, if that's what you want to call them, barrels, buckets, whatever, containers, they stayed and were able to get picked up. So that's why this year I'm not doing prioritizing gathering, because I want them to just harvest everything, and then it seems like I might have a little bit of extra time to go pick things up. But what I want to do is just bring you guys back at the end. We don't have anything growing right now. I mean, we are working on the cow shed, but that's maybe going to be done by November of this year. This year was more of, again, like I said, a recovery year. We're finally making some money. So making money is what we're doing this episode. Monte makes money. All right, there's our title. And but I want to bring you guys back in November this year, and we can take a look at how the crops are doing. I'm happy to see that we do have folks out here grabbing the sunflowers, because we realize now that sunflower oil is our money at the moment. And I want to grab a bunch of this wheat, which we're almost done harvesting over here, right? Season sowing is, yeah, that's over, right? So, yeah. See you guys in November. Hold on tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We are still working out. Not we, just me, because I'm not figuring this out. No, I've got it, but our farms are a little big. It's almost the end of November. I prioritized gathering here, which I want to undo on this farm, because I really wanted to go pick up all of these potatoes that were sitting here, and I wanted to go pick up all the sunflowers. This wheat, I know we're going to lose a bunch of it this year, but that's okay. We're going to go harvest as much as we can in the last little sliver of November. And then I want to test is how are we going to do with these guys right here once December hits. Also, there is something else I haven't made, which is a hay dryer. Produces hay from nearby grass. This is kind of an interesting thing. I'm going to throw 3 of them down here. I usually have some of these early on just because for funsies. And then you hold that in the hay bale. So I'm going to put 2 of these up here. Just because they're going to look cool. Provide some jobs. But I do believe the hay is going to be more for that. Wow, terrible positioning, huh? You know what? Demolish. We're going to move these over by the cows. Because I think that's all we need the hay for. Because apparently we need the wheat for the chickens. And see, look at this. It's now December. All that's fine. And they're going to go pick it up. So I am not going to prioritize gathering next time. Because it seems like they can gather still on into December. But everything that was left unharvested is going to die. So everything I'm doing is for an experiment, right? Funsies, and experiments to learn together. So that's how we ended up with all of that. I did learn that when we hire people, that works out well as far as picking things up. So I'm going to fire everyone from the farms, though. They'll hire automatically laborers to go pick up some of that stuff. What's good to see now is I'm going to go ahead and hire a worker for the chicken coop just to go ahead and move some goods there to see how that works. The cow shed is on the build. Marketplaces are going to need new... No, they're good. They're good. They're good. Hire someone for that. For that. What else? I'm going to fire that guy. We do have one person working here. We're low on salt, I'm realizing. We're not going to get any more dried fish. Interesting. Until we get more salt. So you're fired. The thatch man. I am not 100% sure. He's going to carry some thatch. But what I'm curious about is, can they go get reeds in the winter? Show me you can. Yes, you can. Very nice. This little reed pile here doesn't seem to be going away. At least not that I've found yet. So it's working out pretty well. Get a reed, making some thatch. We'll let him keep his job. But some winter jobs that I like to restock is someone can work in the smithy. Let's go ahead and hire some people at this forestry over here as well. This one's doing just fine. What else do we have going on? I think that's pretty much it. It is December. We've made it through year 5. I'm just impressed we've made it so far. I don't think, honestly, I've ever played beyond, like, year 3 or 4. And every time I kind of went in a different direction, either farming or fishing or trying to figure out all the production. And now that we have all that going, this was the first time I've had some really successful trading going on. I'm excited to get our population over 50. I don't know if that's going to happen in year 6, but maybe. And hopefully we'll get some livestock next year. As you can see, we already now have water and wheat. If you guys know about the hatchlings, I would like to know about that. I'll try to look up a little bit of that myself. Also, same with any tips for the cow shed, slaughterhouse and tannery. That's coming up next year, hopefully. And we're just going to keep on keeping on. And I hope you guys do the same. Thanks all again for tuning in for another issue and another episode, even. You could call it that, of Ostriv. I'm having fun with it. I do appreciate you guys dropping in and leaving the comments and likes if you like it. And again, the new thing I'm trying to promote is my brand new gaming only, no politics, no nothing, Twitter account. Because sometimes you gotta find a Twitter account that just gets away from everything. And it's at Monte Games. At Monte Games. I have it at the end credits, so you'll see that popping up with the crazy squirrel. Which, speaking of, I need to go feed my crazy squirrels in the backyard. All right, I will talk to you all later. You guys have a fantastic day. As I said, keep on keeping on. Peace. Cowshed's on the build.